I don't think it's apathy, which is a noun that describes the state of being apathetic. Because if it were, then the death, or should I say the targeted murder of Palestinian journalist Anas al-Sharif, will not continue to trouble me since I read about it in the Associated Press over 72 hours ago. There have been so many horrific reports coming out of Gaza, everything from people being killed in astronomical numbers. Some estimates have them now at over 60,000, 20,000 of which are children, to images of emaciated and starving infants, to claims of a gradual but deliberate intention to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from Gaza by the Israeli and their military arm, the IDF. And yet, in the course of the last 22 months, I have not said a word about it, even when some took it upon themselves to protest right outside my doorstep. The reason I have thus far turned a blind eye to the systemic extermination and dehumanization of these people by the Israeli forces is one for my conscience to contemplate. But the killing of Anas al-Sharif, a man CNN referred to as the face of the war in Gaza for millions, made it extremely difficult to go on pretending that I do not hear the cries, frustration and anguish of the Palestinians as they get slaughtered on a daily basis. My decision to finally speak up had a lot to do with what the slain 28-year-old father of two posted on social media in June of this year. He said, quote, "I have lived through pain in all its details, tasted suffering, and lost many times, yet I never once hesitated to convey the truth as it is, without distortion or falsification, so that Allah may bear witness against those who stayed silent." End quote. I do not believe in Allah or God or anything of the sort. I am an unapologetic atheist who no longer bothers to even consider the existence or nature of a supreme being, loving or otherwise, especially the kind that will sit by and watch infanticide being committed in such a massive scale. Again, 20,000 children and counting dead in Gaza, not to mention the thousands more who've had their arms and limbs blown off. But I do have a conscience and can no longer pretend that Hamas's actions, atrocious as they were on October 7th, justifies this level of barbarity by Israel against innocent Palestinians. It does not. Whatever justice for October 7th is, it is not this. It cannot be this. In another post on X on August 10th, the day he was killed, al-Sharif wrote of the challenges covering the aftermath of one attack. He wrote, quote, "Body parts and blood were all around us, and corpses were scattered on top of each other. Tell me what words and phrases could help any journalist describe this horrific image. When I told you on air that it was an indescribable scene, I was truly helpless in the face of this horrific sight." End quote. He will be killed shortly thereafter. And of course, there have been accusations by Israel about Anas being a Hamas agent. He denied it, saying, quote, "I, Anas al-Sharif, am a journalist with no political affiliation. My only mission is to report the truth from the ground as it is, without bias. At a time when a deadly famine is ravaging Gaza, speaking the truth has become, in the eyes of the occupation, a threat." End quote. Whether one believes Israel or not depends on where you lean on this conflict. But what is undeniable is that according to the Committee to Protect Journalists, or CPJ, Anas is only one of 192 journalists killed in Gaza since the conflict began, 184 of which were Palestinians. It took 22 months to get there, but I'm there now, ready to side with anyone who wants to see an end to this massacre.